Why Ukraine killer drones cannot be stopped. According to the latest reports, Ukraine's Bayraktar TB2 drones are still in action as the conflict in Ukraine enters its 8th week. We can be certain of this because the Russians recently downed one of the 1,400-pound drones and recovered fairly complete guided missiles either from the debris of that fallen TB2 or from the wreckage of another drone Ukraine had lost. No dates for the shootdown or the missile recovery have been confirmed, but taken together they appear to tell a story that despite Russian claims that it has shot down more TB2s than Ukraine admits to having acquired, the Turkish-made robot is still active in the conflict. Welcome to Drone Zone, the channel that brings you the latest, most exciting news and info about drones. In today's video, we talk about how Turkey left the Russian troops in shock, so make sure to stay till the end of the video to know how the Russian government is responding. Indeed, it's possible that the pace of TB2 operations is quickening as a result of reports of new aircraft arriving. Kasapoglu of the Jamestown Foundation in Washington, D.C. said, "The Turkish manner of drone warfare has shown to be an offense-dominant regime with a clearly favorable defensive economics pull. That is, the TB2 destroys a large number of enemy vehicles, more than making up for the loss of a few drones." Ukraine received its first TB2 aircraft in July 2021. By the time Russia escalated its military campaign against Ukraine on the night of February 23rd, the Ukrainian Navy and Air Force had amassed a stockpile of 14-pound laser-guided smart micro-munition missiles, dubbed MAM in Turkish, as well as an anti-ship cruise missile stockpile. According to reports, drone operators in Kyiv and their robotic airplanes reportedly avoided the initial Russian attack by dispersing away from the country's major air facilities to smaller airstrips or even highways in the country's safer western half. Crews needed a few days to get their operations up and running, but once they did, they had a significant impact on the conflict. Independent observers confirmed that the drones destroyed at least 60 Russian vehicles while flying over highways near Kyiv in the north and Kherson in the south. The TB2 is a dangerous system when used against Russian artillery, Kasapoglu said. When compared to the thousands of vehicles lost by Russia in Ukraine, 60 vehicles may not seem like much. According to the Pentagon, the most common targets of the TB2 are surface-to-air missile systems, command vehicles, and artillery. To put it another way, high-value targets are those whose removal from the battlefield exposes tanks, vehicles, and troops to attack by other means. As a result of this retaliatory action, the Russians only managed to shoot down 2 TB2s, according to observers. The most recent photographic evidence of a destroyed TB2 began to circulate on social media, and the day before, images of MAM missiles in Russian hands circulated on the internet, and they appear to be from the same wrecked TB2. It's worth noting, however, that the Kremlin claims to have destroyed far more TB2s than the 2 confirmed. At this point, Russia claims to have shot down more TB2s than Ukraine has ever had. Of course, no one knows how many TB2s are currently on Kyiv's books. The Ukrainian Army and Air Force began the battle with approximately 20 aircraft, and at least 2 of those aircraft have been lost. However, numerous claims have surfaced that Turkey has secretly sold or provided additional TB2s to Ukraine since the 23rd of March. Most surprising, on March 4th, a Ukrainian AN-124 transport plane flew from Poland to Turkey and back, skipping over Hungary, which has close ties to Russia, and appears to have denied the Ukrainians an overflight request. It's widely assumed that the Antonov was transporting a new batch of TB2s to Poland, where they would be trucked or trained to Ukraine. Given the country's history of military cooperation, Turkey's support for Ukraine's TB2 forces, which appears to include access to Turksat satellites that help to extend the range of the drones, should come as no surprise. Turkey is concerned about a Russian invasion along its borders, which it believes is imminent. Drone supplies that are kept secret are an excellent way to influence the outcome of a conflict while maintaining a high level of secrecy. Ukraine may still have 20 TB2s on hand. It's possible that there's more. In any case, the TB2s are still carrying out their missions. To prevent the Russians from tracking down the operators of the drones, the Ukrainian military ministry attempts to keep recordings of drone video feeds hidden from the public. The Bayraktar TB2 platform is extremely maneuverable due to its wing body design combined with an inverted V-tail construction. A variable pitch two-blade propeller generates the thrust required for flight in a pusher configuration. The propeller is located between the tail booms and is powered by an internal combustion engine housed within the aircraft's body. The monocoque platform is modular with detachable components such as the wing, tail boom, and V-tails. The majority of the fuselage elements are carbon fiber composite with machined aluminium parts at critical intersections. Fuel is stored in bladder tanks and solenoid valves control fuel consumption to keep the engine running smoothly, Just like a subscribe or nice comment from you keeps us passionately making videos. The Ground Control Station, or GCS, is built on a NATO-spec shelter unit with redundant command and control systems that can be turned on and off as needed. The mobile unit assists 3 people: the pilot, the payload operator, and the mission commander. The Ground Control Station has redundant air conditioners as well as a nuclear, biological, and chemical filtration unit, or NBC. Shelter's hardware is kept in a series of stacked cabinets. Each operator is presented with 2 screens as well as the operator interface software, which enables him or her to command, control, and monitor in real time. The TB2 is outfitted with 6 aerial vehicle platforms, 2 ground control stations, 3 ground data terminals, or GDTs, 2 remote video terminals, or RVTs, and ground support equipment. Each aerial platform has 3 avionics systems, allowing for maximum redundancy. The platform's ground control system can be controlled and monitored by the pilot, payload operator, and mission commander all at the same time, thanks to its cross-redundant architecture. The TB2 has a triple redundant flight control system that enables autonomous takeoff, cruise, landing, and parking. The computerized flight control system, which combines sensor fusion algorithms with real-time sensor data to achieve optimal flight performance, is one of the key components. Mission-specific controls are handled by the Mission Control Computer System. The aerial platform is guided by a network of redundant rotary and linear servo actuators. Everything associated with airborne avionics equipment, software, and hardware is constantly updated and improved. To provide the electronic power required to run the onboard systems, it's supported by triple alternators, as well as balanced and intelligent lithium-ion battery units. When the platform is launched, a ruggedized thermal camera unit is installed in the tail section to monitor flight, and all payload and telemetry data is recorded to an onboard airborne data recorder. Because of the high level of redundancy in the avionics, the aircraft can make autonomous emergency landings on a variety of airfields if necessary. It's possible to navigate and land automatically using sensor fusion techniques, which includes an inertial navigation system even when global positioning signals are lost. Despite the great success and everyone's surprised by its performance, this isn't the first war for the TB2. Azerbaijan's defense minister Zakir Hazanov said in June 2020 that Azerbaijan had agreed to purchase Bayraktar drones from Turkey. Bayraktar TB2s were deployed successfully against the armed forces of Armenia during the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war, as Azerbaijan utilized TB2s to destroy Armenian artillery, infantry positions, and military vehicles, including BM-30 Smerch MLRS, T-72 tanks, and BMP-1 and BMP-2 infantry fighting vehicles. Azerbaijani drones, most likely TB2, also destroyed 9 OSA and Strela 10 air defense systems. On October 19, 2020, a Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2 was shot down over Nagorno-Karabakh by Armenian army air defenses, and another Azerbaijani Bayraktar TB2 was shot down by air defenses on November 8, 2020, in northeastern Nagorno-Karabakh, which were the only 2 casualties during the entire war. That's it for today's video. Let me know if you think China can actually compete with US drones. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video just like I've enjoyed making it, and make sure to comment with any future videos that you're interested in watching. I'll be seeing you all soon, but until then, watch this video to learn more about Switchblade drones that the US is using to tip the scales of war to Ukraine's side. And as always, subscribe or crash.